There's an expense that surprises almost every home seller. And every single time it happens, it's generally a lot bigger of a cost than we ever expected. And this expense is the pest report. Now, to be more technical, they're referring to wood-destroying organisms. And those take shape here in California in the form of generally water and termites. Both water and termites will damage your wood, which will affect the structural integrity of your home. And more importantly, for someone who's moving out, it's going to affect the value perception of your property. We all know if there's a lot of damage in your home, a buyer's not going to want to pay as much money for it. And the last thing you want as a seller is to have a really strong offer walk away completely because of a $20,000 pest report. Most expensive issues on a pest report are going to be dry rot or termite related. And this is even more of a concern for homes that are on a raised foundation. There's a lot of wood underneath the house that you don't see almost ever. And if you're not keeping an eye on these things, you're not going to notice when there's some damage that pops up that you need to keep an eye on. So if you're living in a home and you have no intention to sell, I always recommend getting a pest report at least every couple of years to keep an eye on what's going on and just pay attention to the wood that's along the exterior of your house. If you are selling a home, a pest report is a great way to get a heads up on what's going to be coming up in negotiations that could potentially cost you a lot of money, and maybe you can get a jump on it ahead of time at a little bit less of a cost. But at the very least, you want to have an idea of what's going on so you don't scare off a really strong buyer 2 weeks into the process.